Hey, man, does this shirt make me look fat?
I don't know
You
if
know what?
it's
Don't answer that. I don't wanna know. Cheers.
cheers.
Hey, did you know while you're asleep, you can't smell?
Are you sure?
Try it.
Because there's been plenty of times where
Try to fall asleep and smell.
well, no, all I'm saying is my wife's farted while I've been sleeping, and it wakes me up.
But does the smell wake you up or does something else wake you up?
No, I'm pretty sure it's the smell.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
one time.
There you go. There's another
I
text for you.
swear, you and that
It's
phone those of you who are tuning in for the first time, Matt's phone buzzes. Not it doesn't buzz, it beeps constantly while we're recording.
this is
All I ask is for 1 hour of your time, put that shit on silent and you will not.
this is funny because
Jeez,
Naeem is one if you couldn't tell, Naeem is 1000% a phone on silent guy. All the
totally on
time.
silent.
All the time.
I will not see your text message for hours unless I check my phone.
Sometimes days, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's like,
okay,
"Hey, so house wasn't on fire or anything, it's fine."
that's fine. If it's on fire, you'll call. It'll come
You
through.
won't hear it.
Probably won't. This on vibrate.
Hey, so before we talk about why my shirt makes me look fat, isn't I believe May is Men's Mental Health Month?
Not just men.
Oh, just Mental Health Month.
Mental health month, period. Yeah, May is mental health month,
Okay.
and people should focus on the fact that I mean, you've seen in the media as of recent years that mental health has become a very large focus
Yeah.
in professional athletes,
Mhm.
people in general.
Yep.
I mean, we've had some very horrific things happen in this country, and a lot of those are attributed to mental
Right.
health. So let's just put a little spotlight on that on our podcast
Yeah.
here and talk about it.
I think it's incredibly hard for men to ask for help in that aspect. It's hard for men to ask for help in general, for just about anything, right?
Yeah.
But admitting that you need help with that, men won't do it. Why do you think that? I've got an idea. What do you think it is?
I think we can fix everything on our own. Like men, you ever
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
read the book, but I've heard a synopsis of the book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Yeah, I haven't even heard a
And men
synopsis of that.
always well, men always come with a toolbox.
Right.
We're always ready to fix things,
Including ourselves.
including ourselves.
I think a lot of men see it as a sign of weakness and don't want to show that emotional weakness, whatever you want to call it. They don't want to let people in on that side of themselves.
I agree with that.
And I've done it.
Same.
I've done it. I think every dude listening has done it to a certain extent,
Mhm.
right? And if you are like, "No, I've never done it." You probably lying to yourself.
Yeah. And, the first time that I ever was approached with, "Will you see a therapist?" I was
Defensive
like
immediately.
yeah, I was like, "I don't need to see it." Who I bet that therapist is seeing a therapist,
Right.
and I hope my therapist actually is seeing a therapist because
Yeah.
those MFers are crazy themselves. But I think, I think talking to a professional who's been trained on certain mental pathways and the
Yeah.
way the brain works can really help you in a lot of aspects,
Yeah.
in a lot of situations.
And I think another side of this is men are like, "Well, if I go there, they're just gonna put me on drugs."
That's a psychiatrist.
Well, I mean, mental, right? I mean, could it be the same thing? I don't
Well,
know.
if you see I don't know. I don't wanna sound stupid.
I
I don't I don't wanna go I don't know.
psychologist is who you go see when right? For mental stuff is a psychologist?
Yeah, but they can't prescribe.
Psychic?
That's like a therapist.
Psychic?
No, not a
Mm,
psychic. They can
so
tell you the
they
future,
talk to the dead.
but they can't tell yes, they do.
So anyway,
But they
psychologist. I think
but a psychiatrist can prescribe.
but I don't think so right now as we're talking about, we don't really know which one it is.
No, we
But I
don't.
think in
No.
the back of men's mind, they assume the answer is they're gonna put me on some kind of medication.
Yeah. And
I
a
don't
lot of
wanna
and
do
a
that.
lot of docs do. They're just like, "Everybody just wants to be on
Right?
fucking Xanax. Let
Here,
me give you some
take this
prescription of
Adderall and
this.
you'll be fine. You'll
Yeah,
calm down.
here's a Valium. You'll be
Right,
fine."
right,
Like and a lot of them are like that,
right.
and I'm speaking from experience only because Lish does work in mental health.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I hear a lot of,
The stories,
what she deals with and the
right?
people. So
I think with men, it's just like it's a masculine thing, a masculinity thing.
Could you go see a therapist?
Oh, why are you doing this to me?
I know.
So,
We won't go too deep, but I just wanna know, could you
could I physically
like,
go
if
do
I
it?
came to you, what if I came to you
Yeah,
and I was like, "Matt, there's like, I wanna first tell you my story and my benefit from
yeah,
seeing a therapist," and after I told you that,
yeah,
and I would say, "I know a great guy or
right.
gal, and I think you talking to them would tremendously
Yeah.
impact your
So I
life."
think there is definitely comfort in it coming from somebody that you know and trust
Mhm,
that's experienced. I think there's a lot of comfort there.
mhm.
So yeah, I would think I'd probably be more inclined, but sitting here, I'm already the wheels are already turning. Like, no, I'm not going to do it
Why?
'cause I feel like I can fix it on my own.
You got the toolbox.
Right.
See, that's what it
But
is.
that's what it's hard to pinpoint the reason. But I think it all boils down to men don't think we need help on anything.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You know a lot about cars,
No, not really.
right? So if your car was making this really weird noise and it wouldn't start,
Right.
but it wasn't the typical, like, you turn the key and it click, 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 click. We all know that it just needs to jump into dead
Right.
battery. Like, this is all the lights come on,
Yeah.
the radio works, everything's
Right.
fine. It starts for 2 seconds, then it shuts down.
I'm YouTubing it.
You have no, but you have no idea what's going on.
I'm YouTubing it. I'm
Okay, so
Googling
let's
it.
say you YouTube it,
Right.
because a lot of people, what do? They go straight to Google, Doctor
Yeah,
Google.
I go
They
to
wanna
Google
know what's going on,
Mechanics. Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Okay. Now let's say they say that your drive shaft needs to be
Right.
replaced. You can't do that in your
I'm
garage.
gonna so funny stories. The truck I had before this one had some problems, and I was GoogleGarage.com, right?
But isn't it
Googling
just
it.
easier just to go to the
Yes.
guy who knows? Go to the
Yes. But
professional.
yes, it is easier, but I
This
was
is where you and I are very
I
different.
wasn't doing it. I was like, "I'm gonna watch YouTube," and I can remember I forget what the specific issue was,
Mhm.
but I can remember watching 3 or 4 days of YouTube videos. And in my head, I'm playing a scenario to your point. Can I really do that? And I'm watching them and I'm watching what these guys are doing, the tools they're using, and I'm like, I got this. And then I went out there and I fumbled through it, got it done.
Okay, so congratulations, I will tell you that on getting it done because I would have called the guy
I had no
a long
idea what
time
I was
ago.
doing.
But, okay, but when you're talking about mental health,
That's
which
different.
could lead to all types of things, it
Yeah.
could lead to failed marriages, it could
Yeah.
lead to being a bad parent, it could lead to
Yeah.
suicide, it could lead to a lot of things. Do we wanna put our hands or put our lives in the hands of Doctor Google when we're trying to
No.
diagnose these things?
No. And I think men go for help when it's way too late.
Right. So how do we get a message out that says, listen, May is mental health month. If
Yeah.
you're feeling something, if you're just talk to a damper and it's so easy
Yeah.
nowadays.
And I,
You don't have to go to an office.
yeah,
You don't have to.
you can do it webcam or whatever, right?
We are not sponsored by anyone at all, but I will put
Not
this out there.
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. But I will say betterhelp.com.
Mm,
BetterHelp.
heard that. Yeah.
BetterHelp.com
So,
will put you in touch with a therapist online, and you can I believe they connect you with a therapist within 24 to 36 hours,
yeah,
and you can
it's
get the
all
help you
virtual, right?
it's all virtual.
Yeah.
You can get the help you need. You need
Right
help
away,
at 3 o'clock in the morning? They
you can
got
get
you.
it. So, a couple questions come to mind about this.
How was that?
Where's my ring? Well,
Someone's at your front door now because your
well,
phone won't go off? Oh my
don't worry. You know what? I'll turn it off for you
no,
this
no, no,
time.
no, no, leave it on
Okay, I'm
because
leaving it on.
we're
I don't want to
talking
hear it.
about
I don't
we're
want to
on a
hear
very
it.
light subject
I
right
don't want to
now.
hear it.
Just talking about mental health, it's
You know
fine.
what? I'm sensing something here.
No, no,
So
no, no,
no, I'm
no,
doing it. No, it's done now.
no,
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 it's
keep
done
it
now.
going.
Here you go. It's done. But just so you know, Jamie's on emergency bypass, so she's
That's
still gonna
fine.
come through.
She
But
knows
the
what we're
doorbell won't.
she knows what we're doing right now.
Um, uh, 2 questions come to mind. First of all, do you think for a man to go to a therapist and for it to be effective, you have to be 100% bought in from day 1, or can you get bought in as you go on?
I think you can get bought in as you go on because I wasn't bought in the first time I saw a therapist, and then after that first visit, I was like, "Damn, you actually know what you're talking about."
Okay, so it was effective, but you weren't bought in all the way.
No, but I had to do it because it was the only way I could get past what was going on.
Gotcha. Second question.
Mhm.
Does gender of the therapist matter? Do
I
you
would
feel more comfortable telling your story to another dude or to a woman?
so I've spoken to both female and male therapists, and no, I don't think it matters.
Doesn't matter?
Nope,
Yeah.
I don't think it mattered at all.
I don't see, for me, I'm kinda like, I don't wanna talk to a woman.
So don't get a woman,
But
get
I
a
don't know,
man.
there's no reason. There's no reason
It doesn't
behind it,
matter. Well,
right?
you know what? So, I'm trying to perfect my Spanish. I do not wanna
Here
take
we go
lessons from
again.
a no, but listen. I don't wanna take lessons from a male speaker because
Right,
I just don't feel like they will have the ability to care for my love for that language to give me what I need.
right.
And I've always like, even from personal trainers,
Yeah.
I take well, one no, my main personal trainer I love the best is a man, but I do take direction I
Did you
take
just say
direction
you love the man best? You love a men best?
men. Yeah.
Men? You love men
Yeah,
best?
man personal trainer. Yeah, they
We're
know where
not
I'm going.
hanging out.
Okay, so, alright, let's move on. Okay,
Okay.
May is Mental Health Month. If you're having a
Correct.
problem, go to betterhelp.com.
Yes,
You can
yes,
get it. Don't wanna bore you
yes.
guys anymore, but here we
I
go.
don't think
Let's
it's
move on.
boring. I think it's just, men generally don't wanna do it. I think it's the overall consistency. They don't wanna do it.
If you wanna save your life, you wanna save your marriage,
Correct.
you wanna save your
Correct.
parenthood,
Correct.
you'll do it.
Yeah,
You'll put your damn pride aside,
and you'll
and
do
you'll
it.
do it.
Yeah. Sooner rather than later.
Yep.
Moving on.
Alright, let's go.
So does this shirt make me look fat?
Yes, it does.
Thanks.
Is it
Appreciate
the
that.
shirt or is it you
I'm
making
glad
the shirt
I'm really
look like a
glad I
fat shirt?
asked. No, I'm really glad I asked. I would have been fatty. So the
Oh,
reason
look at that. My phone just went off
Oh,
and no
did
one
it?
heard
Didn't
it
hear it. Yeah, and
because,
I'm surprised you even saw it. My text
yeah.
takes like 4 days to respond. Anyway,
Mm.
um, um, asking this is gonna oh man, this is another garage stay, I can already tell. So, answering questions that people don't wanna hear the real answer to.
Mm.
Specifically, now there's this whole thing, I heard this on the radio, so this is not it tied to anybody.
Okay.
Your wife comes to you and says the skit was your wife comes to you and says, "Hey, babe, does this shirt make me look fat or does
Nah.
this dress make me look fat?"
Ugh.
The answer was, "Well, do you want the boyfriend answer or the truth?"
What?
And I
I'm
think we're
going boy
done here.
I'm going boyfriend answer all day. All
So,
day. I mean, you can't
your wife doesn't
tell
want you to lie
no.
to you. The basis of your relationship is built on trust and not lying.
Oh, god. There's a such thing as a smart lie and a dumb lie.
Well, so it's a little white lie, right?
Oh gosh.
But seriously though,
Yeah, little
found
white lie, or do we need to go with a big black lie? A nice girthy, veiny
Oh, stop it. That's
black
enough.
lie.
You eat your Snickers upside down to feel the vein, don't you?
Oh my god! Who says that? You
I think we just derailed this whole train.
I don't know. We're 13 minutes in, and I don't know if I can keep going on.
Oh my god. Big black girthy lie, huh? Mm.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, back to what we were trying to talk about.
Welcome to episodes
Yeah, episode.
episode 36.
Yeah, episode where we lose our rights to talk to each other. That's what
Right.
just happened. So, it's a real thing.
It is.
So, your wife or a wife is asking her husband that, and maybe she is asking that because she feels fat.
Mhm.
Otherwise, she ain't asking, right? I'm assuming. I don't know.
Right.
So she comes down the steps, "Hey, babe, does this skirt make me look fat?" And it does.
Is it the skirt, though?
Well, yeah, maybe it is the material of the skirt that puffs
Could
out.
be. That's like 10% of the time.
The point is
Let me do some research.
okay.
Alright,
So
you
while
keep
you do that, the
talking while I
point
do
is, I mean, I feel like you're kind of in a catch-22 because if you say, "No, babe, you look great," she's gonna be like, "Oh, you're just saying that. I know it makes me look fat." And then if you say, "Yeah, it makes you look like a fat ass, lay off the tacos." Like, you're sleeping outside for the next 6 months.
Right, you
So
are.
it's like, why did you even why would you ask a question that if there's any chance you don't wanna hear the answer, why you gotta be ready for that answer.
So, okay, so here's where the salesperson in me kicks in.
Okay. Oh,
I
this would be
gotta
great and
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I gotta give you, like, the sales answer.
Okay.
Like, I would say, "You're beautiful, but how do you feel in that dress?" Because the most important thing that I would think you would want is you wanna feel confident and good in that dress. Do you feel that way in that dress? What does she say?
That's why you're good at what you do.
Use a female voice. Come on.
That's why you're good at what you do. You make us a lot of money because 'cause you're good sa Did I really
But
just do that?
you did,
Oh my goodness.
and I'm proud of you for it.
That's good though.
But you gotta put the ball back in their court so that
Mm.
you don't fall on that sword and
So one thing I can't say to this specifically with my wife, she will always ask me what shoes I like better for her to wear. She'll put one
oh,
shoe
yeah.
on one foot, completely different style and kind of shoe on the other foot.
How do you handle that?
Whichever one you're more comfortable in. I like them both.
So, bad answer.
No,
Imma
it's
tell
the
you why.
truth. For me, it is all about comfort. I tell her whichever one you're gonna be more comfortable in.
She doesn't care about comfort.
I know.
Women don't care about comfort.
Fashion over function.
You damn right.
Yeah.
And so, what you gotta do is set it up so
Yeah.
that you're ready for the little loving at the end of
You
the
wa
night. So, you gotta tell her, "Hey, the shoe on the left foot, smoking hot.
Right,
Gotta go with that." So, all night long, all she's thinking as she's clomping through the freaking
right.
place, she's just like, "Oh, I'm smoking hot
Or
in
she
these
just goes
shoes."
with the shoe on the right one because she liked it,
Well, that's usually what my wife does. I
rather than
tell
like,
her
"Why'd
that,
you
and
even
she's
ask
like,
me?"
"Yeah." Well, I'm like, "Yeah." But
No, I get it though. You're right. I get
but,
it.
you know but you
Yeah.
I think
Gives
in
her that
those
confidence.
questions are traps. Let's call them traps.
100%.
100%
Even if it's
trap.
unintentional, we can't answer it correctly almost.
No,
It's almost there's no right answer. What do you got? You got something
you
there?
just gotta put it back in their court. I don't know. Let's see what they
Who are you even
say.
looking for?
Well, I said the idea that the dress makes her look fat is usually more about perception, emotion, and body image, right?
Jesus, so everything that fuels women.
Right. Looking fat is subjective, and body image issues often play a bigger role than the dress itself. Dress design is and fit matter. Ill-fitting, properly tailored. Okay, blah 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 blah.
Right.
Just tell her she doesn't look fat. Just move on. Move on with. Just ask her.
So
Put the
in her
ball back in her court.
okay, so in that moment, I say, "No, babe, you look great. Doesn't make you look fat at all."
No, don't do that. No, you took the ball. Don't take the ball. Give her back the ball. Make her shoot the ball. So, okay, let's play your scenario out. Okay, so
I
you in the
say
moment, you
no.
tell her.
I say no. In her mind, she thinks she looks fat.
Mhm.
She's like, "Oh, this guy just lied right to my face." And she gets mad at you for lying. And then
So
she's
there's
gonna get
that.
mad at you for telling you, "Yeah, I do you do it does make you look husky."
Okay, so husky?
Lumberjack, I don't know,
Uh,
whatever.
Bunyan-ish. Makes you look
She makes
Bunyan-ish.
you look like a bloomin' onion.
Right. So, number 1, she feels like you lied to her,
Right.
and then number 2, she's gonna feel uncomfortable all night because she still thinks
That
this dress is making her look fat.
right. So how do you win?
I told you, put the ball back in her court, babe. Do you feel comfortable in that dress? Do you feel sexy? Because there are so many outfits that you've worn in the past that make you look so gorgeously
So
beautiful. If this dress isn't doing it for you, then I want you to find one of those other ones that are.
I feel like I
It's not up
kinda
to me
well, I feel
because
like
I
I
think you're
kinda
beautiful regardless.
I feel like I kinda did that with the shoe answer though, whichever one you're more comfortable in.
No, 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 no. You got to get more specific than that.
Mm,
'Cause it's just like this. Let's say you wind up with a woman on a first date. You come up
yeah,
to her. You don't just say, "Oh my gosh, you look beautiful tonight."
right,
She knows she looks beautiful.
right, she put it on.
You gotta say shit like, "Oh my gosh, the way you matched those earrings with your nail polish, spot on. You nailed it." You gotta put on your observatory binoculars and figure out all the work that she did to put into the way she looks tonight, you gotta pick that little shit out. Women eat that up, man.
So, midlife playbook podcast at Gmail. Ask Naeem for dating advice.
No, I'm out of the dating world.
He's
I would
got you.
happily but I tell you what, these things landed me the woman of my freaking dreams.
I can't even tell you why, how I got mine because I am pretty sure. I'm not pretty sure. I know I wasn't saying shit like that. Just wasn't.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't say it to everybody, but when that special person rolls around, you notice those things, right?
I didn't. I was too busy. I was too busy looking at other stuff.
Right.
Anyway,
Well,
yeah, I didn't say any of that stuff. So that is,
and you don't have but if
uh,
that's not your style, that's not your
but the
style.
point. I guess the point of all of this is why ask the question if you don't want the answer.
Right.
Are you ever going to ask me a question you think where there, even in your mind, there's a chance I'm going to answer it a way you don't want to hear, or do you want to hear it? Do you want me to tell you the uncomfortable thing?
If you preface it with, "I want your honest opinion, and you're not gonna hurt
Okay,
my feelings if you give it to me,"
then you think you're really ready
and
for
then
it.
you ask that question.
Yeah,
But if you're answering it's almost like a rhetorical question
it
in a
kind
way.
of is
Yeah.
because you don't really want the answer.
No, you don't.
You
You just
want
want some reaffirmation.
you want the feel good answer.
Yeah.
You don't want the truth.
Reaffirmation or just affirmation?
Affirmation.
Just affirmation.
It's
Yeah.
affirmation.
Yeah, it's not reaffirmation.
So I guess the point of all this is maybe if you're ever asked that question, man, you got to play Switzerland because guys aren't going to think like you.
No, plenty of guys do. Yeah, come on.
I-
It's fine. Just think, however you gotta do, make her think she looks good.
well, yeah, I think everybody tries to do that in their own way.
Yeah. She's
So
not looking for your when she asks that question, she's not asking for your opinion.
I know she
She
already
really
has
isn't.
opinion.
She already has an
I can't
opinion.
tell you the amount of times the
She's
shoe conversation. I'll pick a shoe that the other one's worn,
right, you go downstairs, you warm the car up, then she comes
and then
downstairs, totally different
and
shoe.
honestly be like, why did you even ask me?
And
And that's
honestly,
that's probably the wrong way to handle it. I'll be like, why did you even ask me?
right.
I
I
just wanted to know
usually
what you thought.
I usually hit her with that question I get with, like, "Just shut up and drive." "Oh, okay, I will. That's fine." You know what? And I'm fine with that because guess what? The ball's back in her court
Right.
now.
I think we're done here. Have we
Yeah,
rambled enough? Have we dug a deep enough hole?
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
when I was in Indy,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
I didn't have to win the whites.
yeah.
Listen, I sang how is it that he leaves the Indiana Pacers arena and the first bar we see ends up being a freaking karaoke bar?
Well, that's just you have a radar for that shit.
I don't know
You
what
have
it
a radar
was.
for it.
And so we go in there, sure enough, me and my stepson
Mhm.
are the only black people in there,
Okay.
right? Every person that's going up on stage is singing country,
Okay.
and it's killing.
Right.
And I'm like, "Okay, this is great." So, I put in the song, I go up to the lady who's running it, who
Okay.
happens to be a black woman,
Okay.
and I say to her, "I'm gonna sing 'Beer Never Broke My Heart,'" which is a banger, country
Oh,
banger,
yeah.
right?
Great song.
Sing it all the time, love that song.
Especially in a bar.
Right.
Great song.
Have a beer in your
Every
hand,
time you
sing the whole
sing
thing.
it, it gets the party hopping.
Every
Every
time.
time. You sang it Saturday night, as a matter of fact. It
I sure did.
killed.
Sure did.
Killed.
And
Anyway,
so I said, "I'm gonna sing that, or I'm gonna sing Uptown Funk by Bruno." She didn't even let me finish saying Uptown Funk. She goes, "Uptown Funk, I'm putting you in for Uptown Funk." I'm like, "Really?" I mean, look at read the room.
you said that to her?
I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
"Read the room here. You really think that's what we should do?" She goes, "I am so sick of hearing the same country songs over and over. I think it's gonna kill." I said, "Okay." So,
It
went up
killed.
there, killed it.
Yeah. It's because you can sing the shit out of that song.
That is one of
That's one of your
that's
best
one of my best
songs.
songs. That's one of my
For
best
sure.
songs. But yeah, that's a good way to end it on a funny note.
That's hilarious. Didn't have to win the
Didn't
whites.
have to win the
Went
whites.
straight to black music. It's fine.
For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, we talk about race all the time, so just
Go ahead
Stick with
go
us.
ahead and watch episode
It's fine.
34, Winning Them Over. You get it.
Oh, boy.
Think we've had enough, so this was another episode. Thanks for listening, watching another episode of Midlife Playbook. As always, brought to you by Matt and Naeem.
That's us, and if you wanna hit us up on the, Gmail, answer some of your questions, get on the podcast a little bit, it's Midlife Playbook Podcast at gmail.com. Until then, we will see ya.
See you guys.